Where's the body?
Look around.
Think I found 9.3% of his brain.
This is all we have to go on.
Our Vic wouldn't have even been able to move his fingers if he'd lost, what, 6 gallons of blood?
Judging by the stickiness of the blood, it happened about 4 hours ago.
It's human.
Did anybody see anything?
When does anybody ever see anything? The audience of the art fair thought it was part of the work.
Future Conjure 2011. 9 Armenian translucent objects. Obsidian.
It's the material of smoking mirrors. Mexican cult objects and treasures. Mexican priests would use mirrors for divination and conjuring up visions. Now you mostly see obsidian as desk work, decorating fancy offices.
So the work's about transformation.
I've checked the missing persons database in Dublin. Nada.
I found something.
I'll run it. Silica?
Silicon dioxide. It's a type of ceramic used to cut GFRP sheets.
AKA fiberglass. Might belong to our killer.
McGee, please check the artist's background to see if she uses fiberglass or silica.
Done.
Rosha, on your hands and knees. Leave no stone unturned. We have to conduct an autopsy without a body. Severed femoral artery, major tissue damage, massive blood loss. Our John Doe was chopped when he was still alive.
Any COD?
Yes. We know what killed him. The trauma marks on the wound suggest that the weapon was rather blunt.
Like a broken piece of terracotta vase?
Might be. Speaking of which, did you find out about the artist's medium?
Only obsidian. Apparently that's her artistic signature.
That narrows down the suspect pool.
Our victim was not as muted as he seemed. Blood tests suggest that he was suffering from an
Over-inhalation of colour pigment.
Any specific color?
Cardinal purple. It was a very popular colour for painting the robes of religious figures.
I'll check with the color pigment supplies.
Something doesn't feel right here.
You are about to witness my genius.
Which is? It stinks in here.
Let me introduce you to the best purifier known to man, bleach. I'm wiping out the blood tissues from the surface of the silica that we found at the crime scene.
I prefer it to be around dead bodies.
Let us put this baby under the sun. The luminosity suggests that the silica used to cut fiberglass originated in the southwest part of Iceland.
Rosha, show me the crime scene photos. It says the artist showed 9 pieces of obsidian installation. There's only 8 here.
Nothing was touched before he arrived.
You think it was the missing piece of obsidian that killed him?
We need to go back to the crime scene to find out.
There's definitely an artwork here. Probably dumped right after the murder.
Well, if we can't find it, we'll have to reproduce it.
Here's our exhibition display. How much did you say this was worth?
The truth. That's what it costs.
So, our murderer takes the artwork, approaches our victim from behind. Parietal lobe receives the first blow.
Using a friction coefficient 0.2, considering 0.8 meters per second for the acceleration of gravity.
He was standing about here when he hit him.
We're in trouble. Our collector has opened up a lawsuit against us.
Based on what?
He claims it violates the uniqueness of the artwork. The chief is doing my head in.
Makes the collector our prime suspect.
Let's pick him up.
My attorney's on his way. Am I here because of the lawsuit? We've got a contract with the artist which clearly states the artwork can't be reproduced
No.
without it.
That's not why you're here.
Huh? What? Oh, am I a suspect?
Do you own this artwork?
Well, it looks like the piece. I can't tell from this. Could be a replica you made to trick me.
We need a sample of your DNA.
Oh, I don't think so. I'm leaving.
Eventually they all get thirsty.
I have bad news. We have another murder. This time at the Contemporary Art Museum.
Weather in Dub sucks.
It's human blood. Who found the body?
The technician. He was asked to move the work to the exhibition venue. When he discovered the blood, he called us.
Judging by the solidification of the blood, it happened about 20 years ago. Who's responsible for this collection?
I run the museum for the last 23 years.
Where can we find the artist who produced this artwork?
In Père Lachaise Cemetery, been dead for 20 years. Natural causes. He was 75 years old when he died. Be careful. That's worth more than you'll earn in a lifetime.
Calm down or go easy.
Was the artist working with dead bodies?
Not that I know of. His medium was cement and wood, usually found in construction sites. Here, this is a picture of it taken the very first day it arrived. It wasn't moved since then.
We'll need to take this picture for enlargement process on our boroscopes.
Oh, sure, it's an unlimited edition. How dare you?
It's luminol, a liquid forensic device that reveals the blood even if it's been cleaned from the surface. Don't worry, it's harmless and leaves no traces.
Baz, I found something.
We found our crime scene. Let's move it to forensics.
You can't. If you move it, it might collapse. You'll have to conduct your investigation here.
We can't conduct an autopsy without our devices.
Then you'll have to bring a laboratory here.
Why would you buy an artwork if you're going to keep it in storage for 20 years?
Same reason that you buy clothes that you never wear? Anyway, let's focus on what we can't speculate about. The evidence.
I ran the Vic's nail sample. Female, Caucasian, in her 30s, no evidence of defense wounds, no other skin compounds.
How about the cement?
It is not cement. It is painted with acrylic to look like it.
In the museum catalogue, it says it's cement. Concrete. Solidity of the fragile, linking his oeuvre to the post-war trauma.
Downward angle, possibly wrist fracture, penetrated deep into the torso with great force. But there is only 30% of the torso in the statue. What happened to the rest of our body?
It might be planted in another statue the artist made. I'll call the director and see if the artist made any other artwork similar in the same period.
It's impossible. There have been two different periods and two different professionals.
Test results concrete. It's silica.
If we knew it was silica, we'd never let his work become part of the collection.
Bas, there's something I'd like to show you. Would you please join us too, Director? We detected this work in your collection database,
We dug deeper.
and we found something very significant.
Let me introduce you to the rest of the body. This is a special camera for photographing underneath a man's skin. It revealed a uniform bruise, giving us the design of the gun barrel that caused the bruise.
COD?
We got it through and through. Shot in the back and then through the chest. Then, G was cut into two and stuffed into the artwork.
I'll run it through the ballistics database. You better come with me.
Do you see him? I don't think he was lying. You looked really shocked.
Use your head, not your heart.
Hey, Baz, there are also multiple punctures consistent with a metal object. Not fatal, though.
Yes. Victim had several antemortem fractures to his sternum, as well as several antemortem fractures to the lateral section of his ribs, indicating that the wound was made post-mortem. Can we determine the tool's form and material?
I need to go back to the lab. There's something else. The installation would have had to have been dismantled to hide the body.
What kind of tool can cut silica?
Obsidian?
Takes us back to the first crime scene. Is that the sculpture used to kill our victim?
Yeah. It's the enlarged replica of an arrowhead used by an American indigenous tribe in their warfare rituals. It's the only object that the artist got from his indigenous grandfather. It's in the museum's collection until they sold it at auction 20 years ago.
Do we know who bought it?
No. But I found this out. He bought all the objects that were used in rituals.
He might be our killer.
We got another body down.
Worthless remains 2011. Dimensions variable. Performance instructed to the actors reveals itself in the form of a dry pigment, named after an alchemical process, mediated on multiple levels by the audience.
Kaput mortem, aka cardinal purple.
That's the same pigment our first victim over inhaled.
In alchemy, kaput mortem signifies a useless substance left over from a chemical operation, such as sublimation and the epitome of decline and decay. Alchemists represented this residue with a stylized human skull, a literal death's head.
Typical crowd death. 40 people inside, no one saw anything. No security footage either.
Where's the body?
Who knows? Just blood, like our other unsolved case. This is how it looked before the murder took place.
Well, the blood spatters and direction of footprints indicates a struggle.
Struggle our killer didn't plan. They fight. Somebody steps on the artwork here, they get dragged here.
The audience would have known not to step on the artwork.
McGee, start collecting everybody's shoes. You might be looking at our murderer's footprints. Anything?
Silica. Again.
On whose soul?
This pretty girl.
Oh, well, she was in the audience. There's no evidence of any blood. Maybe she just stepped on the silica.
Well, we can't use it as hard evidence.
It's the only clue we've got. Let's bring her in. Thanks for cooperating with us.
I didn't do anything.
You ready?
Sure.
Did you visit an art space yesterday?
Yes.
Can you please describe for us what you saw?
I saw a performance.
Can you please be more precise? What did you see?
When I arrived, there were 20, 25 people already waiting. It started at 7:39 p.m. a little later than announced.
What was the performance?
3 actors who were instructed by the artist were pouring the pigment on the floor until it formed a symbol.
It's the death head symbol. Was the installation covered with blood?
No.
How about the actors? Were they covered in blood?
No. I mean, they're all wearing dark, glossy outfits, like latex. The light was poor too. It's difficult to tell.
Fiberglass? That could be a link to our first case.
I'll check it with the actors. Did you see anybody acting suspiciously?
They were all moving towards each other, chasing each other around the installation. I remember one of them screamed and one of them slipped. But I thought it was part of the flow.
Slip, like what? Somebody steps on something slippery, like a liquid?
Maybe.
Would you excuse us, please? She's not our killer.
Based on what?
Don't you see the connection? Our first Vic was suffering from inhaling large amounts of caput mortem.
A medium. But the artist was present at the performance.
No, the performance was instructed.
So the artist could be our first victim.
Fiberglass outfits referred to transformation via alchemical process. Fiberglass that can only be cut by silica.
And that connects us back to the second crime scene. But how about obsidian? How is that connected?
It was a murder performed to delude us, to make us believe that there was no motive.
And the arrowhead sculpture sold at auction?
All the artworks were somehow linked in the transformation process, including the arrowhead. They all lost their primal, sacred meaning, somehow became commodity objects. That is our connection.
We don't have a suspect. The director has a reliable alibi.
If we find out what this collection means, we'll find our murderer.